the cupcakes are gonna be 2 for $1.
I'll go get my.
All right. Hey,
Yes.
you want to buy something?
Okay, how much are they again?
They're 2 for $1.50.
But over there, they were 2 for 1.
Really?
2 for 1.
Let's check that out. Oye, compadre, I thought the price was 150. 2 for 150.
No, I thought we agreed that it was 2 for $1.
No, I thought we agreed on 2 for 150. But I remember in the
2 for 1 it's a bit.
Guys, what's the problem here?
So apparently he's trying to sell her something for 2 for $1.50 that I could have sworn we agreed was 2 for $1. What's up with that?
I thought the price we set on was 2 for 150, not 2 for $1.
What do we do?
Well, this sounds like a problem of sovereignty.
Sovereignty? What do you mean?
Sovereignty? What's that?
Well, I'm glad you asked.
Sovereignty is something that is accepted as an absolute, uncontested authority.
Our founding fathers were concerned about the abuse of sovereignty. In Great Britain, the king and parliament had unchecked power. They used that authority to tax Americans without representation and violated their private property. When founding our country, our leaders decided to make the law the ultimate authority in the land. They called it the U.S. Constitution. This was because they didn't want to risk putting sovereignty in a person. The founders created even more checks and balances on sovereignty by separating authority between the federal government and the states. The various sections of the Constitution give the federal government jurisdiction over taxes. Hey you!
What?
You owe the government $50.
No, I don't.
Yeah, you do.
$50? I don't have $50.
National defense,
You have to get through the armed forces before you can get to America.
patents, and other specific areas. These are known as enumerated powers. The 10th Amendment gives all other areas of authority to the individual states.
So, let's apply what we've learned to our earlier situation.
The solution to this problem is determining sovereignty. In this case, our Constitution is the business plan. According to that, only our board of directors have the authority to change prices.
What does sovereignty have to do with free enterprise? Well, sovereignty upholds all the other principles necessary to make capitalism work. For instance, private property is difficult to maintain if sovereignty is abused. In many countries, dictators or political parties can confiscate an individual's property without any kind of due process. The founding fathers did what they could to prevent this by putting checks and balances on government power, as mentioned previously. Politicians can only do what the Constitution allows. Think about it. If someone had absolute power and could take your stuff at any time without warning, it would be very hard to run a successful business. You would always be afraid of the government coming in and taking what your business owns. Protecting sovereignty is also vital for free speech. The First Amendment of the U.S. Constitution is the ultimate authority for free speech. In many nations, free speech doesn't exist or is very limited. Dictators can suppress any speech that they don't like because their sovereignty is unchallenged or uncontested. Free enterprise is choked out when everything sold has to be approved by the government. Think about how hard it would be to advertise if you were always worrying about offending the people in power.